Hey everyone. I am doing another episode today. It's very soon compared to my other episode. Um, I usually, I tend to take months apart, but I'm trying to, stay away from that. And today's topic, it kind of hit different to me when I was thinking about it. I wanted to do something that could apply to everyone. So the topic today is called "What Now?" And it's just me today. There's no special guests. I just wanted to keep it real, like I always do. No filter. I'm gonna give you the straight, the straight facts about how I feel and everything like that. So what now? That's a big question. A lot of people feel. Um, I feel when I get in a position, usually for me, it's like chores or something simple. But recently, my big decision has been college. And college has brought up the question, what now? A lot of people listening could be from high school. I don't know the exact age, range people listening. They could be, way older than me. And I don't know that. But for those who are in college and those kids who are going to college or undecided, hopefully this can help you figure it out a little bit because this definitely helped me. So what now? Um, when I think about it, college was a given. I had to go to college. And I know I was told when I was little, all the way, until I graduated, that college isn't set in stone. I don't have to do it, and there are other things out there. There are trade schools. There are, you can go straight into the workforce. You can go to the military. You can do numerous things. And I got stuck in the loop where I thought it was just college. Um, and high school was rough, for a lot of people it is. I went to, I didn't do so well always in the first, semester of high school. I'd always fail. But then, the second one I pick it up because I don't really have a choice. Whereas college, you have a choice on how you do because it's all about you. And you're an adult. You choose how you want to go about it. So when I was going, when I got my first week of college under my belt, I was like, okay, this is for me. Like 100% this is my thing. And it wasn't. Um, and I was afraid to tell anyone that. And I didn't want to be necessarily the letdown, you know. And I'm not gonna name names, but I've had family members, one in particular who did not go to college but is very successful, and that kind of inspired me to write my own path, and just prosper in my own way. Um, and I feel like a lot of people need to hear this that college isn't the only answer. There are so many other things out there. For instance, in my last episode, it was titled College. Um, I mentioned how I'm going to be an EMT. If you didn't know, you can go back and listen, free of charge. But yeah, I want to be an EMT. My goal is to stay in the medical field and help people. That's my biggest thing. That's why I have this podcast is to help others and show them it's okay not to be okay. But when people say college is the only thing out there, it bugs me a little bit. I was stuck. I didn't do so well in my first semester. I'm on, to be honest, I'm on academic probation, which means I can only take a certain amount of credits because they can't really trust me taking all these classes. And surprisingly, they don't want to take all your money and run away with it. But I'm on academic probation. Um, and that hit hard. It hit me in the, it stung a little bit. It was kind of like a wake up call, a slap in the face. But that's what I needed, and my dad, he was very supportive of it. He goes, "Well, you have this plan. It's set. You know what you're going to do." And I said, "Yeah, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm afraid I'm going to get into this rut of just staying, stuck in not knowing what to do." And he said, "Well, no one can tell you differently but yourself. You're 18, you got your own life ahead of you. The way I choose to think about it," and he didn't tell me this, was this one, it's a job. It's not like school. The way I think about college is, well, obviously it's like school, but community college especially is like high school. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but it is. At least for me, it is. And it could be different for others. I'm not going to say it's not, but it was like a lot like high school for me. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't do so well, because I associated it with that. But going back to the job part, the EMT, I wanted, I just wanted to help people, and I'm a lifeguard now, and I said, okay, well, the next step could be EMT. And it sunk into me one day where I'm like, oh, geez, this is like a job. They can, these guys are literally paying me to work for them, and they're going to teach me. They're paying for that part of it, and they're paying to teach me, and then paying because I'm working for them. There's a lot of money going around. And for me to just slack off and goof off and not get that it's mind-boggling. I don't want to do that anymore. And it's scary. So how this can apply to other people, don't it's okay not to know what to do for a little bit, but at some point you're going to want to put your mind to it. You're going to want to get the ball rolling. And you got to tell yourself, now's the time. And you'll know it. My dad always told me, you'll know when the time is. And seeing what my GPA was, and academic probation, and how some people were kind of disappointed when I told them, it was a big slap in the face. It's nothing I want to do again to other people, especially myself. I tend to help other people more than I help myself, and I've been really trying hard to change that nowadays. But it's crazy. So, if you're really stuck, the best piece of advice I could give to you is just find anyone who can help you. For me, it's my mom and my dad. Also Angel Santana from the podcast Have Faith, Let It Begin. I talked to him about stuff, and he's very helpful. But it's in a way, it's kind of dangerous to not seek help. If you don't seek help, you're going to be stuck in a rut. This can affect, your mental health in so many different ways. I mean, I can tell you, during my first semester, I have gone through depression and mood swings and intrusive thoughts, the whole nine, you name it, I've done it. But I just don't want to see people get where I was. And that was another thing that hit home to me. But I'm going to keep this short, around 10 minutes. I don't want to I don't want to take up too much time on this topic, because I have other things I want to record. But Uh, for what now? Well, that's not my decision, that's yours. For me, I know what I'm doing. I finally figured it out. It only took me a very long time, not just a semester, it took me years. Um, from working on my mental health to my eating to how I treat others, everything. Um, Definitely want people out there to know, seek help. It's the biggest thing I can tell you. But what now? Well, that's for you to find out. You know, um, do some soul searching. Figure out what you truly want in life. Do you want to help others? Do you want to make money? Do you want to travel? In order to travel, do you have to get a certain job because of your interests? You have to put all these things together. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope everyone has an amazing day. I'm always here. If you have a question, you can, on my podcast page on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. I have my email. You could just send me an email. Um, well, I know a lot of my friends are listening. You could just text me or something, but I'm listening. If no one else is, I will, and I'll always listen. So, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, this will come out either day of recording or day after. Yeah, I hope everyone has an enjoyable day, and it's okay not to be okay.